448. That is 021-448-0448. I would actually want to say, it is the weekend, guys.
Yeah.
Right? So we want to give you the weekend thrills. But today is Friday, so we're going to give you the weekend chills. And I'm not talking about, outside on winter. No. I'm talking about goosebumps because it is the best show in Cape Town. What else can I say?
Guys, my name is Llama. I'm so happy to be hosting you the biggest, the baddest,
and the most hip and happening show in Zanzi.
Yes, the Ngenele competition here, Love for a Penny. So we're going to be announcing those winners that are going to be viewing that show tonight. It's happening tonight at the Cape Town ICC. We're also going to be having the sit down with the Vuyo Joboda in my body.
In Llama's body.
We are talking exploitation of freelancers by the media industry.
Yeah, I love that idea.
If you like freelancers,
yeah, I love the idea about that. It's nice.
The idea of freelancers being exploited.
Oh no. Excuse me.
I think you need to pull yourself towards yourself.
I did.
And then we begin the show. This is Ekse Live. Welcome to
And also Llama, our DJ behind you.
DJ Hootas. Yeah.
We're going to be chilling and chatting with him later on the show. But right now, it's time for us to kickstart the biggest news show in the motherland. This is Ekse Live, TGIF, baby. Can you? Of course you can. It's channel 263 on your DSTV, and that's what you're watching. Ekse Live, baby. My name is Llama, and thank you for choosing us as your source of entertainment. And congratulations to Michaela Collins, as well as Upumlani Gongo, who have won themselves double tickets to Penny for a Love, happening tonight at the Cape Town ICC. So we hope that you enjoy yourselves and you laugh your way to that theater. So take pictures, take videos, and let us know what's hip and happening over there. The hashtag to use today is hashtag TGIF. You can follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_Live. On Facebook, it's Ekse on Cape Town TV. Like we said earlier on, we're going to be on the sit down, Siteta extortionate freelancers. Zoe Charles, who's a freelancer, is going to be joining us. We also have Ulutando, we also have Usinazo that are going to be talking about that. Bunzulu Mbongo is also happening next week on the 25th of July. They're going to be telling us what's going to be happening there, what they're going to be showcasing. It's all about arts and culture. We cannot wait to share those with you guys. Welcome to Ekse. It's a Friday afternoon. I kind of forgot where we're linking to. Where are we going?
An ad break.
We're going to an ad break, but before we do that, let's see what's happening. Quick Geek I did.
Join us at Shimi Beach on the 20th of July. It's going to be a blast from your favorite Nyota Parker and KO. Tickets available at 120 Rand for general, 150 at the door, and 250 for VIP. See you there.
Oh yes, we are back. This is Ekse right here on Cape Town TV. It's TGIF, thank goodness. It's a Friday. The guy next to me is doing all the pots, guys. He's making us dance. I know some people can't wait to just go somewhere and do all the things. This is DJ Hootas all the way from Ekse, right?
Now,
Umoja umnandi, what's the Gooks Nyan, guys? That's how people from Gooks greet the Moja and the Mnandi. He's Mnandi Nyan. Let's talk about DJ Hootas. I know that's not your real name. There's a name that your mama gave you, but we're not gonna dwell on that. Let's talk about you, who you are, for abantu bangakwaziyo.
okay, ndingumzukisi igama lami. Hlala eGugulethu, number 15. Like in my 15,
Yeah.
number 20. Yondele,
Yeah.
nifumane Cooks,
Yeah.
kanye nifumane Stars.
Yeah. Let's talk about the kind of music you play. How were you introduced into DJ? Because I was talking to you behind the scenes. I would love to about DJ. How were you introduced to umculo?
Umuntu wandenza mama ngene kumculo. Khona DJ Simbra. Like the guy last year was dead, so see the one like to use to it like a PA. So one tata like okay, he's a more waterman ngimncedisa ngayo. Yakwazi umixa. Enkoneke na mama hey ekhalela lebeda ndibone TV no Oskido like ubone la winqola asuka andangena kuyo andibone equipment ndamncedisa yabo so kangincedisa ngayo so ndalena phake ngoku so like kudlala yonke iweek team even ngoku nandi producer like music like hip hop gqom mapiano yabo so ndine label ngoku check ama label yami Chita Music.
That's great. That's great.
What is your day-to-day responsibility as a DJ?
Today
Your day-to-day responsibility as a DJ?
okay responsibility yami to music like show like even nabantu basekazi like okay hey youngsters asekazi okay man music
Yeah.
it's life
Yeah.
yabo yonke it's not about like okay mhlawumbe kudlala nje it's all about sometimes nebune stress yakwazi kumamela music yonke into enje right.
Let's talk about, you've mentioned that you're inspired by my friend Huta, DJ Fraser, so many DJs that actually inspired you, and you've opened your own record label. Tell us a bit about the record label. What kind of artists do you actually deal with?
Yeah, and when did it start? When did it
Okay.
start?
I started last year, so I have two like artists. I have it. I have like Masterpiece, yabo. I have Babalwa, so Wesley. So now we run through it like EPs abo.
That's great. Speaking of Ubaba, we have got two artists that are signed under the record label. If other artists around in Cape Town would love to be part of the record label, because you've mentioned you also produce songs, also produce music. How do upcoming artists join the record label?
Okay, it's like bring it what you have.
Yeah.
Ekse. Most of the time, sometimes they like umdu ngambona like umdelele. Sometimes don't know much you the one you can put it there.
Yeah.
So that's why like even sometimes I like collaborations like nabanya band like DJ Vista, yabo like Usilo, yabo DJ Ranger, yabo.
Yeah.
So it's like even ngabanya bantu like esebenzana nabo ba outside.
Yeah.
Like abanayo like catch no feelings like
We living in a culture that everybody, every Jack and Jill wants to be a DJ. Actually, everybody, dingu DJ. So how do you note that Umdu is not akadlali dlali, like he's being serious about his craft? How can you take them seriously? Zeziphi qualities maybe DJ banazo, like Umdu or honest craft yakhe ayithatha seriously?
okay, sometimes it's like DJ F1 is a soccer player. You're the one you control for the people. Most of the time, sometimes like we are not partying. Also partying like nguwe funa udlala DJ. Like so dlala ingoma esithandwa nguwe. Dlala abantu. Uyabona we. So naxa we DJ like most of the time like kuyouth ezangoku ezikhulayo nangoku zihamba ngefashion mina unganifaka nabakuphi umculo. Like reggae music I can play, hip hop I can play, gospel even gospel I can play.
Because like you don't go out there and say no, I'm only a house DJ.
DJ,
No, I'm only
definitely.
hip hop. Because this is mixing. For me, the reason I asked that is because when Sinalo, if you say you're a DJ, you're supposed to know how to mix.
And you're supposed to love music.
We're going from Iguato, mix it with the house, and then you do hip hop, and then they blend. Then you DJ.
Definitely.
Yeah. Who would you like to party at which house or whose home or which artist? You know, someone famous, someone big, or who do you look up to at the same time to DJ there? You know what I'm saying?
Because I have a friend, I speak to him like Mr. Ranger. Ranger like DJ Lape NY7. If you know NY7, Kukuletu like Endulwin.
Yeah.
There like even today I'm gonna go to play there. Start like 6 o'clock. So we're doing like hip hop.
Today?
Today.
That's
Yes,
amazing.
that's amazing.
I want to know, as a DJ, as Llama mentioned, everyone wants to become a DJ nowadays, including myself. Let's talk about, is there money? Are DJs making money? If my child wants to become a DJ, do you think it's okay to say you can become a DJ? Is there money when it comes to DJ?
Yeah, he has money. It's like it depends. Now, okay, when to what about like things again and most of the time, like teachers Cape Town, like okay, silalela like go to office to cash,
Or rent.
You won't get on down. So bias provide like way like okay.
Is it by the hour or by the monthly or by the week?
Hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how many hours you play?
Yeah.
It depends. You.
As a DJ, where do you see yourself? Where do you see your brand? Your record label, your music? Uzibona uphi?
Umna ngithoba yami nezibona ngalo like ngiqale iwendi ngenando.
Yeah.
So ngokwi stage ngikuso when ndiyabona ku something like okay now I have a record label, I have a studio, I have a sound, everything. Even now ngizoba ne start sami like calling like okay kamera record
Microphone.
yebo.
Sebenzise.
Yeah, the mic.
I'm not a singer man yabo. Yeah, the producer yabo. Yeah. So it's like ngoku ngizibona ngoku nendawo yami endivusile se shelter yabo apho khona ngidlala like record music ngiyaperforma na performa if like ufuna nqa ifuthi ngegeta if nqa izeng ungayifumana izeng yabo stars yonke iyafumaneka indlela right.
Okay, speaking of Fumaneka, the people who are watching right now and they're impressed with image yako. But Fumana people social media platforms so that they book you bagdalela because na bakufuna.
Okay, bayandifumana ku WhatsApp, bayandifumana ku Facebook, Instagram yabo. Bayandifumana ku Twitter yabo.
Zithini handles?
Sendizami like DJ Hootas.
Abakuva.
DJ Hootas.
There you go. Banimva, turn up the volume.
Yes, DJ Hootas, guys, all the way from Good.
Yeah, speaking of when you say volume, they say Imnandi Lengoma, it's coming at number 2 by P&R. Baya Kika Lengoma, Nisi volume. Baya Imnandi Lengoma, Nisi volume. Here it comes at number 2. Last week's number 1 coming at number 2 this week, Lengoma by PNR. Keep on voting for your favorite music videos to Ekse on Cape Town TV. That's our Facebook fan page. On Twitter, it's Ekse_live. You can call us on 021-448-0448. This is the biggest, the baddest, and the most hip and happening show in the motherland because we're hectic 9 million times than any other show in the land. Later on the show, we're talking exploitation, freelancers. So if you are touched, if you're in your fields about this topic, make sure that you do not change the channel. It's channel 263. Tell your neighbors to tell their friends, Ukuti, this is where it's happening the most. We're heading over to the yellow couches with Amy Meyer and Sinalo. They're joined by the crew, Ubunzulu Bombongo. That is happening next week, Thursday on the 25th of July. So let's find out what's happening on Thursday.
Yeah, boy, yes. What's happening next week, Thursday? These guys are going to tell us. We're joined by Usnazo, Tando, and of course Utemba, who are part of this year's Ubunzulu Bombongo, which is definitely taking place next week. We want to find out more what this event is about, so you better stick around for this amazing chat you can have with them. Guys, welcome to Ekse. So it's guys. Let's talk about Ubunzulu Bombongo. What is the event all about?
Ubuntu Bombongo is a very basically about like Ubuntu is like the depth of So Ukris is the person who's doing it. She's a poet and she has been doing the poetry for some time. So now Ayonando Ingamanda is that. So in my camera, it seems like no problem. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Ukristi, it seems like Ukristi negutala senza poetry for a while, and then as Usnazo from Umkhulisa Foundation, I've been doing charity work. I've been doing community development for a while, and she came up to me and she's like, "Hey, I know you have a campaign that you're running. So I'm running a Help a Royal Child campaign for Eastern Cape." And we've been trying to get fundraising, donations. And now she's like, Well, I think I want to throw an event so that we fundraise for your event, for your campaign.
charity.
Yeah, so the charity. So it's basically about that, and just to introduce Ukristi as Ukristi, you know, as a deep poet. She's very deep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would actually like to know what can viewers expect or guests expect coming to the event on the 25th.
On the 25th, we're gonna have Utemba. I'm
Yes.
sure like ababukeli, we have always you've been playing Ilenduk
I-visuals zakhe.
visuals zakhe.
Yes.
So Utemba will be visualizing the whole performance ka Thando and Christy on that day, because Utando will be performing with Ukristi. Utando is a musician, Utando is a drummist, so uzobe dlala i-drum like a piano. Christy will be performing, and Tina as Umkhulisa Foundation will be there for an auction. So they're gonna be an auction after the whole event. So we'll be auctioning the drawing as a basis one with Temba. So
Amazing. Let's talk about Utemba. You are an artist. You make up drawings, and you've seen your drawings from the street, and they look amazing. You enjoy inspiration behind drawings zakho, especially when it comes to working with artists as Inje. Do they brief you, or do you watch the performance first and be like, okay, this is something I can do? How does the collaboration works with you as an artist?
Okay, inspiration lifumana ngokubona.
Yeah.
Then ndibe ne-interest kuloo nto ndiyibonayo. Then after, then I create. So yeah, I mean into ezawube isenzeka phaa, I mean bazawube, I think kuzawuqala i-performance yokuqala.
Yeah.
I think yasithatha ixesha elingange-3 hours. So that 3 hour I'll be doing the drawing about the performance yalo artist izawube iqalile, and then kwenye 3 hour elandelayo then ndenze ilanto i-drawing for.
Temba, is it per artist?
Yes, per
That's
artist.
amazing.
So you're doing all of this incredible work alone?
Yes,
Alone?
I'll be alone and I'll be working with pen, so it's not gonna be easy, but I'm sure I will do it, and
And from the auction, what how are you gonna decide on selling them? You're gonna sell them for high prices, low prices? Where are we looking at? if one of people would want to actually
I think this is a discuss
buy,
alone
yeah. Okay.
the performing artist also now. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
you are performing with Chrissy. She has mentioned that she is deep into poetry. She loves poetry. She respects poetry. How did the collaboration come about?
Christy, first of all, she came to me. We're performing at Cafe Ganesh in Observatory. So she knows me like from a long time, like I've been performing, you know, and she was like, okay, let's do something, you know, I know you've been performing. Then that's how we came up with performing together, you know, for the Ubunzulu Bob Tong.
Yeah.
event,
What
yeah.
will your poem, what will be your performance actually? Let's talk about performance, brother. What will your performance focus on?
Okay, now as a percussionist and a musician, I will be backupping Ukristi while she's doing the recite.
Yeah.
While Utemba is doing the throwing. You know, so that's what I'll be doing.
So besides the idea, how important is this for for what you guys are impacting, or where you're driving this event to? How important is that for you guys?
Okay, what I can say now, first of all, Ubunzulu, it's a collaboration of different artists, you know, showcasing different acts. And we do it for the sense of our communities and like giving back to the community as well, you know, to our people. And,
so it's basically the uprise.
Yes, it's all like as an uprise, you know, for the community. So yeah, that's what important mostly.
That is amazing.
And it's good to see young people doing great things. It's Mandela Month, guys.
Yeah,
So
still,
all of us would
exactly.
like to give back. You are giving back. You have a charity, and this event is all about making sure that each charity actually continues doing the great work.
Yeah.
Why did you, as a young person, decided to give back?
I am giving back because I know how it feels not to have something, and I am giving back because I know abantwana base Eastern Cape bakhula njani. I'm from there too.
Yeah.
So we're doing this for Eastern Cape, and we're doing it because Songe, we know experiences. So there's 3 of us. We are founders of Umkhulisa Foundation. We are a registered NPO. So it is just to also to inspire them, to let them know ukuthi it doesn't end. Payana okufundisweni phansi. You actually go out of umquba at some point.
Yeah.
But for you, ba uphume payana, you have to go through ezinye izinto. So yeah, that's the motive behind you.
Quickly before we let you go, so
Sorry, it's fine.
if people want to buy tickets, what is an entrance fee? If there's artists out there who would like to come and actually get inspired, how do they go about doing that?
Quicket, that's where our tickets are on sale.
Yeah.
And tickets are, it's 80 rands on Quicket, and at the door it's 100 rands. And also we have a combo which is like, it's 100 rand, it's 120 at Quicket, but at the door it's 140, so that's where you get your food and the drink.
Wow,
This
food
is
and
so
drink.
brilliant, guys, and I hope that you guys will make the biggest change out of the entire month of July and for the rest of the year, and that someone will actually walk up to you and say, you know what, guys, I've been coming from here, but you guys made a change in my life.
And there's so many
Yes.
young artists who would like to become part of this incredible work, especially when it
Exactly.
comes to poetry. I'm so
Exactly.
glad that you guys are opening doors for poetry, especially those who come from disadvantaged areas. Thank you so
Exactly.
much. Good luck with the foundation, good luck with the charity, and of course the event. But right now, quick breather, we'll do more to come right here on the show. That's Bowie.
Oh man, on the ones and twos is DJ Hootas. Yeah, we're having his listening session today. And if you wish to be part of your listening sessions every Friday right here on Ekse, you can email us ekse@capetowntv.org or call us on 021-448-0448. Remember to follow us on Twitter, it's Ekse_live. On Facebook, it's Ekse. On Cape Town TV, we're here till the hour of 5, so make sure that you keep it locked because this is where it's most hip and happening. Remember, throughout the week, we're talking exploitation. Yeah, freelancers in the media industry, and I brought in the experts because the panel is a freelancer and they have the first-hand experience of working as a freelancer. Whether they've been exploited or not, we're gonna find out, and what it means to be exploited. So welcome to the show again, Snazo, Tando, and Zoe. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Umbuzo wokuqala that I want to find out from you guys. What is the difference between a freelancer and an employee?
Okay, so basic understanding your business. When you're talking about freelance, we're talking about an independent contractor.
Yeah.
So self-employed, in other words. And an employee is someone who has to follow the guidelines of having a boss, and you get certain rules that you work 9 to 5, and you're entitled to certain benefits as an employee in a company. Whereas when you are a freelancer, you create the times for yourself and you have to work and fight for your benefits.
Yeah.
A bit more than other. There's no illusion of security as a freelancer.
Are you saying that you are your own boss as a freelancer?
Exactly, yeah.
So how do you make money?
Okay, so like a typical company that markets themselves, you market yourself. There are various different platforms for freelancers to put themselves out there, or you can actually do it yourself by marketing yourself on the free social networks, like your Facebooks or your Instagrams, depending on the page that you have, and then you can boost your page to sell your services.
But uthi umahluko unjalo nge-freelancer ne-employee, because the employee is protected by, let's say, a government, CCMA or whatever. How do you protect yourself as a freelancer against exploitation, for instance?
That's a great question. I think it depends also individually as a freelancer, but how do you want to protect yourselves? For example, I myself as a snazo, I know when to say no. I know when I see that this one is not okay. I just tell you, I'm not gonna pull up. I'm not gonna do it because this is how I feel. And also, like, how do you protect your work? People register their work so that you know that you've got your copyrights for your work. Then if you take my content, then I know that now I can always go to court and say, no, but actually this is my work.
That's right.
So,
Because as a freelancer, it's very important to protect your intellectual property. What happens when you work for a company, it belongs to the company.
Oh yeah.
Because when you sell your creativity in that sense, so you're not protected in that sense. But as a freelancer, it's up to you uthathe inxaxheba yokubana uzibhalise phansi uyazi ubana hey wethu le jive beyenza ngoku uthe ngoku sepha ithathwe yilo company yaziwayo, for example.
But Tondo, e-companies as co within their rights to say lendo iyenzileyo belongs to us because we creator for the company.
Yeah, obviously, because you're under a company, so it's company's rights to tell you what to do as an artist. But sometimes it depends. If you're a self-employed artist, then you fight for your own rights. But I believe that exploitation, it's a stepping toe, and at the same time, it's a strength as a freelancer, you know. But then you can't let any company or anyone to take advantage of you, you know.
Contracts are very important when it comes to freelancing compared to any type of business anyway. So when you know, okay, X one when it comes to content, the client, not your employer. Because you must remember, as a freelancer, you are not underneath somebody, you work alongside somebody.
All right.
All right, so if, like Hootas said, if I clean into as a freelancer, I'm entitled to say no. As compared to being an employee, you can't exactly say no to your boss because you're entitled to give off those services because you've signed over that power to them to run your life, so to say.
So you as a freelancer, you've got the utmost power.
Exactly. That's the point of being self-employed.
Wow, you guys.
Yep.
I'm pulling myself towards myself right now because tell you what, there's more to talk about, but I see if you say viewers Ingomali Bebe as number one. This one comes from Rio and it's titled That Mark D Girl No. Well, let's guess. No more. This is what she's doing at number one. You girl know that was real music. You voted and we played it. So let it be R&B, let it be hip hop, let it be quiet or house music. If you like it, we'll play it for you as long as you vote for it. You can hop onto our social media platforms at Ekse, on Cape Town TV, call us on 021-448-0448. The hashtag to use today is hashtag TGIF because, it's a Friday. Thank you, God. Whoa, guys, now what I want to find out, if you just joined us, we see today exploitation, and we're still speaking of exploitation here freelancers. Ubane contract is very important.
Yeah, well.
Something that is signed. Verbal contract, does it work?
No, it's not advisable. As much as it's recognized under the eyes of the law, it's best advisable for you to put it on black and white, because that way you have a soft copy that's either saved and a hard copy that you have to say, excuse me, Llama, as my client, I did specify in section don't paragraph what, by into tilanzo. And so when you are going against our contract, so I'd like you and my lawyers to please either settle it or kanye siyazibana siyaqhawula contract yethu.
Xa ungapeyi imali epheleleyo as a freelancer?
That's where it becomes a problem. I often see most freelancers putting you out on social media.
Yeah, they drag you get dragged.
They screenshot all your communications and they put you out there, and you'd find that there are other people who are commenting on the post and they're like, hey, even myself, this person.
Hey, now.
It's come out, yeah.
So it's always the case, but I think it works because they end up paying you because anyway they know that they're not gonna get another client.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get another person to help them. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if it's the right thing, but it seems like it's working.
Yeah, I should have blasted Obi Mavuso because she made me MC her gig. I should have used social media, but guess what? I'm doing national TV. Girl, you owe me that money. You paid me deposit. I'm still waiting for the half. How can you tell that this is freelancing or this is exploitation?
How can you tell this is a freelancing or this is exploitation? It's easy, two ways. Exploitation, obviously, sometimes you get booked, you understand? And then maybe bookers, they say that, okay, they're gonna pay you a deposit before the performance. And then you end up not getting even a deposit. That's where it starts, you understand? Because they're taking advantage of you, you know? And freelancing depends, if you're working for a company or an agent or you're a self-employed artist. And then in that way, yeah, you're freelancing actually. Yeah, that's what I can say.
Another example that we can also add to the table to what Tuputi just said is, for example, I can work from home. And then all of a sudden, my client demands me to come into the office. That's a form of exploitation because I'm not your employee. And my agreement as a freelancer is I either work from home or I work from a different sort of space, or I could be on site somewhere else but still attending to my commitments here. So those sorts of things, the times, they tell you, no, you must work 80 hours if you're going to be working No, I'm not your employee. I will work according to my schedule when I'm ready. I told you that my deadline is at the end of the month. There's no need for me to be working X amount of hours to appease you.
Then, Snazo, how do you protect yourself from the exploitation as a freelancer?
I myself, as Usnazo, I make it clear, your no is in capital letter. That's how I do it. If you don't communicate with me, if you invite me to your event and you expect me to come and speak as your motivational speaker or as your performer, and you do not communicate with me within like 7 days, well, I have a right to take another gig. That's just me. And for me, I also like the paperwork. I like it to say, okay, to you, I'm going to send you invoice, which I think we lack a lot as black artists from townships, to be specific, that we don't invoice. Which is invoice speaks for you, and we are not brave to say this is how much I charge. Asnamqolo, yeah, that's the correct one. Asnamqolo. So I'm now Snazo. I tell you, it's either we exchange talents. I do this for you, you do that for
Trade.
me. We trade. Otherwise, if it's not like that, you pay me. If you're not paying me, I was doing that when I was still in high school. Because we are exposed.
Exposure does not feed you. It does not pay the bills. So you can't be exposed for so long. No.
Or Uti for so long, because but then again, doesn't it work to your advantage to put yourself
Up to a certain
out there?
degree.
Exactly.
Like you said, when I was a teenager.
When you were a teenager.
Because now and we have bills and we need to be responsible citizens. And so exposure is not going to feed my child at home, it's not going to pay the lights, and so on and so forth. And everybody knows this. And it's business at the end of the day. You can't get anything for my hand.
What are the benefits of being a freelancer?
Because
freedom.
Yes.
Freedom.
Literally.
You can actually be free the whole day, sleep the whole day, and you work at 12 p.m. at 12 a.m. at night, because you know that, okay, now, and you can have your glass of wine while you're working.
Yes.
You're home. So it's I think the most important thing is the freedom of time, because I can't extend train bus. It's not nice.
And not banana judge, we understand you're trying to make a living for yourself. However, you're a freelancer, you don't have to report to anyone.
Yeah.
You are your own boss, like you said earlier on in the beginning of the segment. And also what's most important is that there's so much fulfillment and freedom of doing your own thing at your own time without anyone this is what they want, this is what they expect. And you get to work as an equal and not as a subservient.
Yeah.
You get me?
So people who want to ask you more questions that we did not get to, how do they find you on social media quickly? We've got 30 seconds.
Instagram and Tandofeni, on social media as well as Facebook, Tandofeni. Yeah.
So it's Sinazo_Makyopo. And it's Sinazo_Makyopo on Instagram, and then on Facebook it's Makyopo Pingakazi. Yeah. So.
And I'm Zoe, on Zoe Charles on my Facebook, and then on Instagram you can DM me at official_Zoe_Charles.
Yeah, and I am Saint_Llama, but don't ask me those questions I don't have answers to. Ekse_Live is who we are on Twitter. We'll be right back. Apa ku Ekse. EFF is accusing the organizers of Miss South Africa 2019 of being racist. On Tuesday, we'll bring you the 411 as we always bring you up to date with the hits and happenings of what.
Do you think they are being racist?
I don't know what they're talking about. So we need to dig deep into the story and find out what's happening there.
I think for me, everyone is entitled to their own opinions.
Yeah.
What the EFF thinks is definitely not what everyone thinks. I think the EFF needs to stop looking at everything the racist way.
Because also just freedom of speech, people just saying what they think, and what they think is just coming out. So what else
Yeah.
can they say? And you will see it. We're gonna see it on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Happening.
everything and more on that.
Yeah, also on Tuesday we'll be having Mr. South Africa. So maybe Uzo's clear about what she thinks about the whole scenario, because she has an inside info. The people coming on Tuesday, the organizers from
they're
South
coming.
Africa. So so we'll have
And
a
of
chat.
course, my home girl Utuma is of course one of the finalists of Miss South Africa. Oh, the
Lovely.
Yeah, guys. One thing she
Lovely.
said when she was being interviewed, she
Yes.
said she wants to prove to the rest of Africa, to the rest of the world, that where you come from will never determine where you're going.
That's
It
true.
is up to you to
I always
choose your
say,
path.
you know, that's so true. I always say, it's like I come from Kuils River, right?
Yeah.
So Sarepta is where I went to. That's a high school, and I always say, it's not Sarepta that made me. I made Sarepta. Because in the other words, Sarepta was so gangster and all those kind of things, and I didn't become like that. I became me. I stayed true to myself. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, and congratulations to
Thank-
Michaela Collins as well as Pumlani Gongo, who won themselves double tickets to Penny for the Love comedy tour. So head on there to Cape Town. ICC, we gave you the tickets, so enjoy yourselves. Kumbule, when we bring you competitions, you win in a major way because we are the biggest, the
baddest,
and the most hip and happening show. On the floor, we've got Uzizi Paul, we've got Babalo Kuma, we've got Divan, we also have Upindile. Thank you so much for pulling the show together. But they're not the only ones who are doing this. There are people at the control room. You get
Check
to
them
see
out.
them now, right?
yeah,
so
check them out.
nice.
Check them out.
Yeah. Goodbye,
Remember.
salam.
Remember, we're back Monday, 10 in the morning.
And
the
tomorrow,
repeat is playing.
yeah, there we go. Thank
Not
you.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 7 a.m. guys. Hello.
Monday.
Monday.
Ja, die meaning van mijn naam basically is liquid. Firstly, omdat mijn stijl van schrijven en mijn stijl van rijm is soos een flow. Soek sy moeilikheid, sit dit in woorde spoegetyd, soos het lyk, wil sy roe verspuis in 'n hoek het sy. So water is liquid en water is onstopbaar, maak nie saak nie. Water kan nutse, as jy 'n plant het en water kan destroy basically.